everyone watching today, and welcome back to my third video for my channel. I was going to have a lot of different videos on my channel. I wasn't going to really do many sit down talking ones, but something has happened in the last couple of days that have made me take a lot of notes. I've got a whole page, and on this side of this issue I've been researching it, studying it, because it happened to me a couple of days ago. Luckily the outcome wasn't as bad as some other people have had, but I'm hoping I can help a few of you guys today. So if you want to stick around, subscribe to my channel, and also check out my social medias. I've got like my Instagram and Facebook pages. I'd love for you guys to check out and give me a follow, or support my page as well. So if you suspect that your Instagram account has been disabled, hacked or deleted, please stick around and watch this video. I'm going to read out a whole heap of different things that happened to me. Hopefully they're similar to you guys and you can sit back and think, yep, that's happened to me, that's happened to me, that's similar. And you can kind of get a rough gauge of what's actually happened to your page, whether it's been hacked or Instagram has chosen to delete it or disable it for whatever reason. So I'm going to reflect back to last week. I went away and was just on my phone at night time, went to log into my Instagram in the morning. Sidetrack, I have two accounts, or three, but I've got two main accounts. One for me called Cassie Shaddock, and my business account which is called Cassie Rose Images. I did, a long time ago, I did have apps that used a third-party app, so such as followers. A lot of people have this app to track your following, see who unfollows you, see if anyone's blocking you. First thing I'm going to say is please delete those apps, but don't just delete the app. You need to unlink your account, you need to log out, you need to deactivate your account from those apps, because they're the reason you'll get banned. I'm going to pause this video because I think my dog's barking. I'm going to see if you can hear it. If not, I'm going to get back and we'll keep chatting. I think he stopped barking. So yeah, if you have a third-party app such as Feed Preview as well, that's also a third-party app. A lot of people use that to pre-post their photos and see what it looks like on their page. So if you want a certain theme or color palette, a lot of people use that app. They post one, you can actually see what your feed would look like with that photo. What people don't know is that that's actually illegal to Instagram laws. You're not actually allowed to have any of those apps. You're not allowed to log your Instagram account in through any third-party apps. So obviously Feed Preview would be one of them, and Followers Plus is another common one. But there's a lot of different names. There's Followers, there's there's just so many different apps that people use. You'll know if you have one. If you have your account logged in to see who unfollows you, then that's an app that you shouldn't have. That's illegal in the first place. So if Instagram deletes your account and you have one of those apps, it is really hard to get it back because it's illegal in the first place. So you probably won't have much of a chance of getting it back. But if you want to keep watching, and I used to have that app, I'd say months ago. And another thing I'm just going to quickly add in is engagement groups. If you have group chats with tens and maybe hundreds of people and you're all supporting each other's posts, it can get flagged by Instagram. So certain words such as comment, follow, like my post, that actually gets flagged, and you and everyone in the group chat can get in trouble for it, and all your accounts can get deleted. Yeah, so that's the three things I'm just going to say. Is one, the engagement groups, really bad for your account. Two, external apps, so Feed Preview, Followers apps. If you have those apps, unlink, delete, clear your account from it and everything. And the third thing I'm going to add is you need to have two-factor authentication for your page. I didn't have it until last week. It allows you to, well, you probably already know what it is, but if there's someone young watching or you don't know what it is, it just means that if, let's say, you want to log into your Instagram on a friend's phone because you can't use yours, whatever, you type in your password and you get a code to it's like a double kind of password to get in. It's like extra security. So for instance, the one that I have, a lot of the options were you could get a code to your email, your phone number, or a certain app. I chose an app. It's not a third-party app because it's connected by Instagram. It's called Duo Mobile. So you log in, that's my two accounts. I press on one, that's a code there. So if I want to go on someone else's page, someone else's device to access my page, I would type in that code because that's the code that's come up with the app to get me into my account. So it's safe, it's everything. It's pretty hard to get hacked if you have two-factor authentication on and if your password is pretty strict. I made sure last week that I basically changed all my passwords because I thought that I was getting hacked, or that there had been suspicious activity from someone hacking, and Instagram had maybe flagged my page and tried to disable or ban it. So that's basically what I thought had happened. Now I have a whole heap of notes that I'm going to go through and talk about. I woke up in the morning and my account, basically I couldn't get into it. I pressed on it, it said user error, user not found. I typed it in search, it said this account doesn't exist. I went onto my main Instagram and typed in the search to find accounts, Cassie Rose Images, which is my business name, and the account name wasn't there. It just came up with hashtags, so hashtag Cassie Rose Images. I also have the business mentioned in my Instagram bio. You know how sometimes it's blue, it will say, and you can press on it? That also turned grey, so the account had basically vanished, but it was still there because I could see the title of the account. A few people sent me photos and said, look, we can still see its title, just can't search it up, and you just can't like see your followers, we can't see your posts, we can't see anything. So it's basically like the account has vanished from the internet. And I was panicking because I didn't get any emails from Instagram, didn't have any cautions, I literally had nothing. So I woke up one day and the account was gone. Hadn't heard of it happening before until I did some research on Facebook groups. I reckon I posted in like 5 or 6 with the same caption. I'll put a photo in of what I said. I'll pop it in here so you can have a read. If you want to pause the video, pause it and have a read. You can zoom in, whatever you want to do. And I just basically said this big spiel about what's happened. I showed what my page looks like, where it says user error. You could still see my profile picture and the title, but you just could not see anything else. And I was panicking. I woke up at like, it was like in the morning, and I saw it and I said, I don't know what to do. And a lot of people say, oh, you had so many followers. It was only like 1,600 followers. So it wasn't, I didn't think anyone was trying to sabotage me. But one thing that I was worried about were my messages. So all the messages get deleted. Well, not deleted, you can't access them. I had booking inquiries, possible clients, I had booking dates, changes of dates that I needed to write down. I was actually planning on doing it the following day. Couldn't see it. So then I started panicking. I was like, people are going to think that I've I've scammed them, or I'm a fake person, or my account was just gone. So one of my other friends searched me up, and it said in the messages, it said Instagrammer, and the profile picture was that plain empty profile picture where it's like the outline of a head. That's what it looked like. So that's what people would have saw if they went into their DMs and knew that we were messaging. That's what my name would have come up with, and they may have deleted the messages or blocked it, no idea. So that's why I was starting to panic. So I did a lot of research online, a lot of Facebook groups in the search thing, and it's actually a really common issue. Instagram bans, deletes, disables accounts all the time. It's becoming really more, like a lot more common, which is pretty scary because half the time people don't know what they've done wrong. A lot of people say that they've done nothing wrong, but they engage in the third-party apps and engagement groups and their accounts get flagged. So you should probably have a read of the Instagram guidelines. I know a lot of people don't like reading the guidelines because it's just guidelines, but you probably should have a read of it. That's what I recommend. But I'm going to talk about what I did and what other people have had to do as well. I reckon I've had maybe 40 or 50 messages from people saying it happened to them, or they fixed it, or they haven't fixed it, or they're asking me to let me know what the response is. So instead of messaging everyone, I thought I'd make a video on it. And plus, there's not very many videos on YouTube that talk about it. A lot of them are quite outdated, so I thought I'd make a new one. Hopefully I can help a few of you guys. So I'm going to tick off what I've spoken about so far, because there's a fair bit, and I'll come back to the next part of the video where I talk about exactly what happened on mine, what I pressed, who I contacted, all that kind of thing, and that will be the next footage. Alrighty, I am back, and I've just had a quick read of everything I've put down, and hopefully this makes sense. So firstly, what I said earlier, I couldn't access my account. It said user error. I went to add the account back to my phone. It was already in my accounts. When I pressed on it, nothing would happen. So I tried searching it up. It wasn't there. It was like the account had just vanished from my like from the internet basically, but it was still there, so I knew it wasn't deleted. If it was deleted, I wouldn't have had it still in my suggested, like in my other logged in ones, and people wouldn't have been able to see it, or the messages, it would have completely like vanished, but I knew it was still there. So that's how I knew that Instagram hadn't like deleted the account, or the hacker hadn't removed everything, because the name was still there. I didn't receive any emails and all that kind of thing. So it was still logged in on my selected accounts, and I pressed forgot password. So when you go to like type in and log in, press forget password, and it comes up the next screen with the username, and you type in your username and it should come up next. But when I typed in my username, it said no, it said invalid, it said it wasn't there. So instead of the username, you can type in an email address. So I typed in the email, which I had remembered what I had used for that account, and sadly I had used that email for 2 accounts. So when I got sent the email, it said, I have like a private Instagram for my friends. It said, let's just pretend it's called Cassie Rocks. So it would have, there's Cassie Rocks and Cassie Rose Images with the same email address. The email came through and it said, oh, Cassie Rocks, you have requested a password change, but it was actually for Cassie Rose Images. So I changed my email address on that separate Instagram, so there was only one Instagram account with my Gmail address. I pressed through to change it, and it took a while to password change, email change, all that kind of thing. So I did that, and it worked. So I had one email address with the account that was missing. So the email was used for the other account. Then I tried my phone number, and you type your mobile number in, and it says that you should receive a text message with a 6-digit code to generate. So I was just like panicking because the username wouldn't like work, the email address obviously had issues, and the phone number wouldn't work. I kept pressing it, changed the number. I tried 04910, I tried 4910, I tried basically a whole heap of things that probably wouldn't have ever worked, because you press Australia and like 61 for like the first 2 numbers. And I tried 4910, I tried everything and it wouldn't work. So I then logged out of my Instagram app and reset my phone. Not the complete entirety, I just held the button down and pressed like reset. You know, when you like hold it to the side and it comes up, you power off, not reset, you know what I mean. So I did that and then logged back into Instagram to see if it worked, but it didn't. I started looking on my main Instagram, because obviously I already had an account logged in. Now I'm just gonna like pause on the story and say, if you have another account, this is going to be important, because it's going to play a big role in if you want to get your account back or not. So basically I pressed on the following. I have to look at the notes, so if you guys are following along, this is what you should do. So if you go onto settings, so go to your main Instagram page, in the top right corner there's like the 3 lines, press on that, press settings, look down a bit, press help, then press report a problem, and then press something isn't working. So what I did is, it gives you a little section to type in, like talk about your report, what you were reporting. So I did that. I typed in my issue. I said, this has happened, I don't use this, I don't use this. I was on the account yesterday, haven't received any emails. I was completely honest. I then said, these are the details of the account. I said the account name, the email address, the mobile number, and the password. Details that not everyone would know, so they know that it's like really me. They know that I'm a real person. Did that, and I submitted it, and I did it another 5 times. So I submitted a report 5 times with different writing, but I kept the details such as the password, the email address, so they knew that it was real. They said someone will get back to you in, you know, 3 days or something like that. But no one ever got back to me, because then I logged out again. The next day I logged back in, pressed on, I think I just went to log back in, I pressed on the account and it says try the phone number. It was like 5 AM. I was so worried, I just tried it. Suddenly I got a text message of the code, pressed it, and I got let back into the account. So no one emailed me from Instagram. They don't have a 24/7 phone line, which is really bad. So if you want to email them, they like, no offense to Instagram, but apparently their communication is terrible. You can't call them if something's wrong straight away. They don't have a like permanent like helpline, so it's pretty rare probably for them to reply to you, and if they do, it's probably just the copy pasted messages saying do this. But I have heard a lot of people who have tried the same thing, something was different in their process, and what they have to do is take a selfie with a certain number on a piece of paper, a code, and like smile with it, so it's like you're showing who you are and you're showing that you've got the email and you're real. That usually happens once you report the account. Instagram might get back to you and say your account has been disabled, follow these next steps to finalize your account. So you press I'm not a robot, and you have to take a photo with the code and basically show what you look like and write down the username and the number that they send you to like prove that you're a real person. I'm just trying to see what else I've got here, and that's about it from my end. So in complete short, not in order, I reported the issue on my main account. I enabled two-factor authentication, which you should do right now. I then, what was the other thing that I had down? Make sure you're not in any engagement groups, and unlink all your third-party apps. Like, that's so important, because otherwise, like, you can't lie to Instagram and say I wasn't in any of these apps when they've got proof. There's actually a little setting in your phone where it says you can find all your emails from Instagram on the Instagram app. So if you've had suspicious activity, you can actually see a little tab which says all the emails you've gotten. So if you said I never got one, you can actually look through there and see if Instagram has directly sent you one. But yeah, so that's basically the issue that I had last week and so many other people had. So hopefully this video has helped. It's probably a bit long, but I've tried to explain in detail. So if I've got similar details to you guys or anyone that you know, then you can probably refer them to this video and say this has happened to her, watch the whole thing, even though it's pretty long, so sorry about that. Hopefully it does help a lot of you guys. Feel free to message me on Instagram if you have any questions, or comment on this video. My Instagram's Cassie Shaddock, or Cassie Rose Images, my business page, but I'd love more support on my main account. Unless you want a photographer, then send me a message on Cassie Rose Images too. If I've missed anything, let me know, or if you want me to address anything in a following video, I can do that as well. So I've tried my best to explain everything. Hopefully I've added enough images and videos of me doing it. I did screen record a lot of the stuff when it was happening, which you would have seen because I would have added it in the editing. So yeah, thank you for watching. If it happens to you, or if I've helped you, please let me know if I've helped you. That would be awesome to know that if I've helped some of you guys. Obviously it wasn't the end of the world. I only had 1,600 followers, got the account back, but a lot of people, as stated in the screenshots, have had people like pages with 50,000, 60,000 people, and it's just gone. But yeah, they are probably the ones also using external apps, so you've got no chance of getting it back if that happens. And you can't really say, oh, I didn't know, because they would expect you to read the guidelines, so you can't really avoid that one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry if it was boring sit down and talking, but I've really tried to explain everything in detail. You can literally see all of my notes. Hopefully I've explained it all in detail and I've helped at least one person. Or if you want to save this video for future reference or anything, I'd love that. That'd be so cool. But yeah, let me know if I've helped you, and if you have any more issues, I can make another video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hello everyone, so this video today is going to be talking about my experience with my Instagram account being suddenly deleted, removed, hacked, whatever you guys want to call it, banned, disabled, all those kinds of things. Hopefully my experience will be able to help you recognize what you think has happened to your account. And I just wanted to say a separate thing, that getting your account hacked, deleted and disabled are three completely different things. Whatever happened to me, I'm fairly sure my account was halfway through getting hacked and Instagram disabled it. You guys will know which one yours is. Probably if your account was hacked, you would have received a lot of suspicious emails. Your account was probably, the name was probably changed. If your account was disabled, it probably would like locked you out and like vanished. And if your account is probably deleted, you won't be able to see the username. You can see all the little sunlight on my face, sorry. So yeah, I just want to explain that briefly. I'm no Instagram expert, but I am talking about something that happened to me last week in this kind of, this is what happened to me last week, so it's still new. A lot of people were asking me, can you please explain, can you please help me? I reckon, yeah, I had so many messages, so I thought it'd be easy to make a video you guys can watch. Would love some support on my page, so feel free to watch my other videos or subscribe and like. Would love that. Hopefully I can help you.